For these packages to support our cause. For more, our ambassadors can tell our story, or you could as well visit us online. At Lions, we roar. We are supported by
Thank you very much. You are still watching AID TV. Sankara Berwanga, I'm back with the Startup Talk. What you just watched is a brief story of the Lion Sports Academy. They hail from Ntungamo, and that's what they do in brief. But with me here, we are joined today by a very fine young gentleman who is championing that, and we will be understanding whether it is easy or not. But maybe before that, we are broadcasting from a youth, I'm talking about Empower Youth in Technology, a youth tech hub here in Badara, meant to support young people in building technological solutions. But we do not stop at that. We also help them market their products, and that is via platforms like Guza UG. In case you are able to check www.guzaug.com. We also have Let's Farm Shop, where you could grab yourself a few products from the farm. Now, all those are supporting this show, the Startup Talk. Why are we here? The show is meant to give platform for young people that are changing the world and lives of young people out there with very many other products or services, but may not have a chance to interact or be able to afford traditional media, and that's why we bring them to you, but also to have you have a chance, learn from them. Now, this evening, a beautiful Tuesday, 5 p.m. we always have this show, and today we host Mr. Ronald, majorly or commonly known as Alonso, that we will be able to understand in a few minutes. You could say hi to the viewers.
Hello everyone who is watching us, and thank you so much. We are glad, and we are here for the Startup Talk, and I wish you the best.
Well, he wishes you the best, and he does all through his life, because back at what he does, he empowers young people acquire at least good and quality education via soccer talent. Now, how do we come to this? Alonso was a successful player, football player, all through. Shined at a school in southwestern Uganda, the school we understand very well in soccer, high school soccer, Bishop McAllister Kyogyera. As a footballer, he will be telling us that story shortly, but the whole point is later he continued to enjoy the glory of football and all that, but now he is running a social enterprise. Now, we are looking at growing talent into social enterprise. That is why we host him today. In 1978, that was the golden year of Uganda. That was the last time we qualified, and we were able to reach finals of AFCON, African Cup of Nations, before Ghana defeated us 2-0. We've never had any other glorious moment in the football history of this nation. But sadly, the team you just watched, the team you just saw on your screen, was captained then by Chilunda Jimmy and coached by the current or the father of Biebe Kul. Bidandisali was the manager of that team. Now, the captain, Chirunda Jimmy, died last year in May, but died as a poor man. Even after that glory, all footballers that play football right now want to reach that stage, but trust me, he died a poor man. And the question of the day is, what's the ordeal? What should be the story of these talent, focused members, especially those in soccer? And in here, we have Mr. Ronald Alonso. Once again, perhaps you could start with telling us who you are, how you describe yourself, and then later you tell us why sportsmen die poor. But before that, who is Alonso?
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Sankara Berwanga.
Yes.
I'm glad to be here once again. I'm called Ronald Alonso Nuwasiima.
Yes.
I'm just 30 years of age. I'm currently the CEO, the Lion Sports Academy Ntungamo. It is a youth soccer project that nurtures, taps, and develops young talents from the ground. And we use a soccer ball to change the lives of the youth, especially young kids. And I was very happy when you introduced that I've come along featuring in schools and everything. My passion is soccer, and when I finished schooling and everything, I thought of other ways how I can change the life of another kid through something I understand best.
That is going to be some wonderful story, but before that, let's first roll back to your history in football.
Yes.
A few achievements. How did you start football?
I started football when I was very young because I had passion of the game up to now. In my primary school, called Masheruka Modern Primary School in Shema, that is where I finished my P7. And I was on the soccer bursary. I was studying for free in the primary school. After then, I joined the Shema Premier School in Kaboe, also Shema, also on a scholarship. That is where I finished senior 4 with a very good first grade. Then that is when Bishop McAllister College called upon to come and to ask me to go and play soccer. So when I went there for my A level, I accumulated very many things. I performed very well. I became now a national player because in the region, I was the all-time top scorer of Western region with 78 goals in 2 years.
That is slightly after the Coca-Cola, or you're now in two clubs?
In the Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, you were the top scorer.
I was the top scorer. Wow. Here in Balala, when you ask the center colleges, the Weldons, they know who Alonso was. And I was their top scorer, going to the national level, taking Bishop McAllister in Arua in 2010, 2011. And I was also among of the best 3 top scorers of the nation. After them, before we leave the high school moment, you balanced soccer and books. Yes, because my passion, first of all, was soccer, but I was really that kind of a child who wants to learn, who wants to study, because I knew my background was not good, and I knew after soccer, there is another life.
So senior 4 scored first grade. What was the case at
HSC? I had social sciences, and I scored 13 aggregates.
Wow. Because
we were too much engaged in 2 national level towards exams, but I did my best at that level. And I had head art, history, economics, and divinity. So, and that is where I progressed. When I finished senior 6, in the vacation of senior 6, I got my first job, cutters of football, to Ankole Estate in Chamunga, where they gave me the work of being an office clerk. By doing that work, I'm paid, I'm playing soccer. And in that time, because I was young, I had never got some good money. But when I got that money, they were paying me good money in a month, around 250, 300. And I saw it as a big money to me. I was still a student. So what I did, I used that money to go for education, university now. So I went to Ankole Western University for my studies, paying for myself. Because
from soccer
because my family was not well off that it can cater for my university. So the money I was getting from the work, it is what I was taking to the school.
Wow.
And in the long run, I finished studying. After finishing studying, then I got a job for the club, now playing professional football in a club. That was called New Villa Football Club in Fort Portal.
Oh my.
So
before now you go for clubs, first wait. Before clubs, I want to think there are a few OBs here watching and those you played with. I've seen in your pictures, I've seen Sunday Michael Olise.
Sunday Michael Olise has been a great player at Ugonji, has been a great player at Hillside, has been a great player at Intoda FC, and is now one of the technical staff at the Lion Sports Academy.
This is what we want to see. Sunday, I know you're watching. You told me you'll be watching. Thank you very much. Sunday was the head boy. I was his deputy HP. He was the captain of the school, and he took the school to nationals, breaking your record, Kyogyera,
in Ugonji.
That time, Shine, and we all wasn't around. So anyway, that was all with high school and all that. Now you enter into clubs.
Yeah, when I started in 2 clubs, New Villa Football Club, they gave me a contract of 3 years, paying me 500,000. And I was there also all-time top scorer because I'm known to have scored their first goal of promoting them to another level. That is the big league. That is the second league of the Uganda.
Yes.
After top league, then you go to the second tier of the big league. That's the level they had.
So
they
you
had
scored
always been.
that important goal.
I
It's
scored that
written
important goal in Nakivubo when we were playing VCC from Masindi. That team was owned by the son of Idami Dada. And it was a very tight game, but I scored in the dying minutes and we went mad. After then, that is where I saw, because football, it cannot always remain, you cannot play football for almost of the years when you are still playing the same way. So I saw I've started getting down because I'm getting old and other responsibilities. Now, I looked for something that I can keep serving into the soccer. Because me getting old and also getting other responsibilities, you lose focus on soccer and maybe other things. And maybe when you fail to get some opportunities to go to the national team, you feel like you should do something else. So that's where I came out with an idea after, because big league, you are on work and it is busy. So I asked to terminate my contract and go back to lower leagues. That is when I went to join Ntoda FC in Ntungamo. After joining Ntoda, I just played for 1 season. I was looking for a conducive environment where I can start this project. After playing for them 1 season and also not doing bad, we lost on playoffs to Rushere FC going to big league. I was in that game. That is where I decided, I said, now, I should be playing another role, not playing here. Like I started for free. Like I've been surviving because of soccer. Like I've known people because of soccer. There may be another human. There may be another young kid, another young child who could also be going through the situation of my poor background but needs help. That's where I got to start the soccer project that can nurture and tap and develop these young kids on ground.
Wow. The story is already interesting. We are hosting Ronald Alonso, formerly a very, very beautiful and wonderful soccer player. He enjoyed his moments, but then later chose to start an academy where he helps young people develop their talent and for the good of the community. And maybe the coach of the team that won, that progressed to the finals for Uganda Cranes, Bidani Sade, when he was asked what can be done to make sure that players that enjoy glory do not end in poverty, he recommended a few things.
Yes.
He said, one, these players, you've met so many people, times have changed, no one is going to give you free money, please try to create something that is going to give you money. We said, okay, now that is at least hard. He said, secondly, you players can now look into clubs, go and get coaching roles and all that, so that you don't die like so poor. Thirdly, it was a call to government that please, we have Ministry of Education, like education and sports. He says now these former players, that ones, these are akaflus, then pass something. These should be the guys that you employ in schools to grow the talent of these young people. Now, arguing that at least all secondary schools should have soccer coaches, be those that enjoyed the glory, so that at least they earn. Now you, to the contrary, you say you start your own and nurture this talent, but do not stop at that. You help these people acquire education. Let's now go to the story of the Lion Sports Academy. How do you start that?
Like I told you how I came out of that. On day one, when I started that, I started with resilience, hard work and commitment, because football, it is a matter of starting. But after starting, there are a lot of challenges, especially on the financial constraints.
Yes.
Football is something that is very difficult, very expensive, because actually compared to other businesses, football is something you can start that needs to keep on adding money, to keep on investing money. Football is something that brings fruits after a long time. You must be consistent, you must be patient, you must be hardworking, and you must have passion for the game, love of the game. For example, for the people I started with, like on the committee and everything, they gave up. But me, I knew football must yield me something. As of now, what I'm talking about, I'm the national Uganda Youth Football Association Western Region Delegate.
Yes.
I'm the coordinator of the youth football in the whole of the region. And on top of that, my academy was selected among the best 13 academies in Uganda to represent the country in the ongoing talent eco-development system that was introduced by Mr. Arsene Wenger, the former Arsenal coach.
Wow.
We are talking online, is making a survey. So when I started that, it was really challenging. Like I told you, you need equipment. These equipments are expensive.
You started which year?
I started in 2018.
So now let's go direct in 2019. Let's dive back to 2019.
2019.
I mean 2018.
2018 after starting, I started with a few kids, and these few kids, we kept on. Our first tournament was in Bushenyi Airtel Rising Stars. We managed to reach on finals and became the runners-up, losing to Chigezi on penalty shootouts, and we were the runners-up with the silver medal. That motivated us. After motivating us, we found people in Ntungamo waiting for us because we had done something that people had never seen in the community. Going for the regional, and it became as the second in the whole districts of the West, yet we had started within just 3 months. We didn't stop that, we kept on, and we went to Uganda for the Soccer Impact Tournament that was hosted by Mr. Douglas Smith, the CEO of the Sportwise of Current. We were managed to be the champions of under 14. Now, we started seeing the potential. The community started seeing the potential, but my belief was people will join me. What I did was, I looked for some of the things you can do, people to make sure that football is a light, to have that hope. I partnered with schools around, such that because soccer is a long-term project and investment, but parents and the community must see something moving on. Now, I partnered with schools around and gave educational opportunities to the kids. That was in 2019.
So you went to schools and said...
explained to them my plan, my project proposal. That by giving Sankala a free education study when he's talented, meanwhile, as he's playing for the school, he's marketing the school. Or, depending on the quality of the level of the talent, they could give them a half. These parents and the community, what they need is to come and tell him, your child, we are going to reduce 20,000 for him because he's in our project. So we kept doing that, and up to now, Lions has 78 partner schools in Uganda, the whole of the country, from ages 5 up to 20 years, in secondary, primary, and tertiary students. And all of these, 78% of our children are getting free education services, and others are getting 50%. That is one of the things so far that we started with to make sure that people have joined us. On top of that, last year in 2020, we went to Kampala for the first time. Lions went to Kampala for the first time. We entered the city when we were really villagers. There was a tournament in Entebbe called Entebbe Soccer Camp, where all big academies in Uganda are always hosted. But guess what? Our under-9, the young kids, reached in quarterfinals. Our under-13 reached on finals and lost on finals by Sky of Masaka 2-0. The first time, our under-15 also reached on finals and lost 1-0 to Isra of Masaka. Our first time going to Kampala. That is where papers and the radio stations, TVs came out to know.
That's where they came to.
You mean there is a potential in the West? That is how we have rose up, and up to now, we are not going back.
Well, you operate from Chamate, you have a few partners here. You know, you're sounding like it's so easy. There is a story you're not telling us. You make it sound like, I just did this.
Yes.
There is, when I said we roll back to 2018, there's a story I'm looking for. How do you end at Chamate? How do you end up being registered as a community-based organization? Where does the idea come from? I mean, those initial touches like, I did this, so and so joined.
Obvious. Thank you so much. Obvious, when we started, we had some challenges of the community because they had not known what we are going to do. Because we are concerning these things of kids and the young kids that people had to be concerned of. So the local authorities and other people were asking themselves, what are these people doing? What we did before we even registered with a football body in the country, we registered as a community-based organization.
There's no fee or something?
We paid some money around, not too much, but we paid some money to process everything, and they gave us a certificate of operation.
Can you sort of define us? Yeah. You have a team you're working with?
Yeah, I appointed the team that I'm working with. I have the executive, And executive, I have the chairman. Chairman is Mr. Abirebe Asaf. He's the former town clerk of Ntungamo municipality, currently in Bushenyi municipality as a TC. He's the chairman. I have the vice chairperson as Mr. Nkwasa Philip. Then now, the elected youth chairperson of Ntungamo district and the director of Mother Care Primary School. Then I have other executive board. I had a development manager. I had the general secretary. All of those. Now, after getting this committee, now we start and say, now we need to have the constitution. We have the constitution. We need to have the bank account, such that everything moves in the right way. We must have the objectives and the core values of the academy.
So you finally draw that document and you have it?
Yes, then we had it. Then we went for registration.
So you registered which year?
We registered in 2019. Yes.
Okay. Now let's go to the story of getting young kids.
We started with only 20 kids for those who picked the idea, because most of the parents were still scaring that how could this project be in this, because they thought a football academy can only happen in the central areas. So they thought maybe we have other intentions. So some parents first had a scaring heart, but with time, when we kept on consistent, like I've told you, you need to keep straightforward. You need to keep doing the same thing day by day. Like I told you, when we keep lobbying for bursaries, for education opportunities, and the parent of this says another kid is studying, no, they kept some consistency and improvements. Yes.
So finally, you now start growing. You get like a few achievements. You told us. I don't know if there are a few more achievements you've left out.
Yeah.
As an academy.
So far, the first achievement we got in 2019 was taking a player outside Uganda, was called Kaharaba Maro in Egypt. And he passed trials and is now getting a free scholarship, courtesy of USA in Egypt.
From your academy?
From my academy. The boy is just born in Magazine in Ntungamo, and he was in senior city, and he went through. We have so far taken some of the players out for trials, but unfortunately some have failed because of other requirements they need, but at least they have been there. We have, like I told you, one of our achievements is getting, actually this year, that is when we achieved more. Our 9 kids got the first grade in primary 7.
Wow.
Not more than 10. The first score at
You're talking about children that are supported because of the talent.
Yes, they are supported because of the talent, but they scored first grade in P7. Wow. So we cannot. One of our achievements, we cannot forget about education, because that was our focus. That our role, our main objective is to use the soccer ball to change the life of the kid. Because at the age of 10, 13, 14, you cannot say this is going to be a professional player. Only what we can do is to expose him.
Yes, and nurture him. Let's first talk impact. I don't know if we have a summary of a few names, or numbers. Like so far now in our database, we've trained this number of kids, and out of this, maybe this percentage has acquired education because of this. Yeah, did you have that?
We have it, and by 2021, we have a total enrollment of 170 kids and children from ages 4 to 20 years.
Wow.
Among the 170 kids and children, we have so far 75% of education, on free education services from different schools. In West, we have a partnership of the Akasingache. Most of you know how he's the champion of the football.
Yes.
Here in Mbalala, we had a partnership of Mbalala High School. We had 2 players that played last year's nationals when they made stand and where that was in Jinja. We have Masaka, we have St. Jude in Masaka, Royal Giants Mitiana, where one of the players who has finished from Royal Giants Mitiana, Kakaire Davis, is now on the trials for the top league club in Ugandan football now. He reported yesterday, and today he has had his first training session and is in good shape. And we hope when he qualifies, that's another achievement. To have because our target in the next 10 years was to produce 1 player to the national team. But to produce a player to the national team, you must have some of the procedures, to have of the steps. And the step 1 is to produce a player to recognize the club. And that player has gone for trials at the UPDF football club.
Well, before perhaps we go for a short break and we return you telling us now, we will concentrate on the business now, the business side. I think a few weeks, if not months ago, I saw the Felixes, the Fahads, in your jersey, I think it was a corporate something. Those are not like the children you're supporting. What's that?
As Lions, like I told you, for us we are a social cooperative responsible community, looking after that. We are beyond football. So now, these people we are brought on board because we have funds registration packages. We have so far more than 50 funds who are registered with us. Sankara Jalanga is our official registered fund. Now, onto these funds and maybe other parents and the community, we made a team that after work, after Sankara's work, after Honorable's work, in the weekend we get that come together thing. So now we have this cooperative team that plays during weekends. We registered it to Mbalala Cooperative Company League purposely to come closer to the community. When we bring Sankara, when we bring our sponsors, when we bring the fans and the parents to play, now, when we are in the meeting with Sankara planning about the academy, when we say these kids need water, you will exactly understand that when you are playing cooperative, you need water. It is going to become very easy for you to support it.
Wow.
Yes.
Some cool strategy. I can see you in Wagaba Imi. You say, hello, big up my mentor, Ronald Alonso. I don't know if you know Imi. Then he says,
that Emmanuel has finished senior 6 in Bulemba SS on a free bursary and he has been with sciences and scored 12.
Oh God.
On free education services for academics.
Because of the talent.
Of the Lion.
We need to get Imi. You need to record some testimonial for this club. You again say you're here enjoying the talk. Emma, Lions Academy Project. Okay, Emma, we will be coming back now. You who is watching, in case you just joined us, let's fast roll into a short break, and in this you are able to understand quickly what the Lions Academy is all about, and when we return, we'll be focusing now on the business of this academy.
Welcome to the Lion Sports Academy, a youth-focused soccer project operating in Ntungamo district, southwestern Uganda, aiming at changing the lives of youths through nurturing and developing their soccer talent.
My dream is to professional football outside Uganda, and my role model is Sadio Mane.
With international coaching standards from our technical staff through training sessions at Uganda Stadium in Ntungamo, the initiative helps youth to acquire education through soccer-triggered scholarships and also champions physical exercises for healthy bodies through our corporate team after work and weekend workouts. Join our fun family today to become a real Lion by registering for these packages to support our cause. For more, our ambassadors can tell our story, or you could as well visit us online. At Lions, we roar. We are supported by
Do you have Uganda at heart? How about buying products made in Uganda by Ugandans from a Ugandan online shop anywhere, anytime?
Introducing GuzaUG.com, a one-stop center for Uganda's locally made products. Buy Uganda, build Uganda.
Yes, thank you very much. You are still watching HTV. This is the Startup Talk, and who we have today, I would say tonight, is Ronald Alonso, a very well-known player. You're known for soccer in the region. He enjoyed that glory and then later didn't choose the other path, came to start his own, and that is what we are hosting and to learn today. Now, before we went, of course, you painted the whole picture at the academy. Very wonderful story. You get a kid, train them, they learn the football, you use their talent, go talk to the school and say, by the way, this gentleman here can help you on football, so please, some bursary. And in so doing, you're changing the community through building that talent. And you yourself, a living testimony of talent, I mean like being talented, and you're able to acquire this education from there. Now, one would ask anyone, if anyone wants to venture into this and all that, are there ways you're making money? This is a social enterprise. I don't know if there are ways you are earning from this.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Bialanga. Actually, I forgot to tell people that I'm also a professional coach. I'm a tactician, and I've managed to coach very many teams to glory. So I'm coach by profession. I have certificates. I'm qualified. That's why I'm into this.
Wow. Could have come
Back to the
in.
question.
Yes.
Is there a way we can make money? Is there a way how we are making money?
Yes.
For those who have been watching our video about the lions, or who have seen people put on lions, we have some of the sponsors. We have Sub General Hardware here. We have Chosha Electronics here, and we have Bayer Veterinary Pharmacy here. Now, those are the companies, those are the businesses that we approached that know, like we come to 18 and see, this is the work we are doing. By you putting your logo here, by you putting your services here, because football is watched by more than 1,000 people in a day when we are at the field of play. So, we go to companies and explain to them on the marketing purposes and advertisement that when you give us your logo, when you give us your rates, and we agree on terms, we will promote your thing. By just now, you can ask yourself how many people can put on a jersey of the Lions in the country, in whole of Uganda. It means whoever puts on that uniform is making an advert for you.
So you earn from that.
Sponsorships.
Uh-huh.
So far we have sponsorship. We signed a contract of 3 years with Sub General Hardware, giving us 6 million per year. We have another sponsorship of Chosha Electronics, also giving us 6 million, and Bayer Veterinary Pharmacy giving us 3 million as a sponsorship package. We don't stop that. We are selling merchandises. Like you told me that you ever saw MTF Beck of Digitate,
yes,
putting on the Lions, Fahad and the group. Now, we go and brand our uniforms, we sell them to them. By selling these merchandises or uniforms to them, they are supporting the club, they are advertising the brand.
Okay.
So, in also selling merchandises, we are making money. Then another thing how we are making money, it is through academy registration.
The kids pay something.
Yeah. The child of Sankala will not just come and play. No, you will come at the office, you will register. And we have different steps and categories of the kids, how they pay. Because at the academy, we pay coaches, we buy balls,
yes,
they eat, we have security where they sleep, because so far, we have children from far countries, and they need to sleep there. It is like a school, it is a soccer school now. But mainly, we operate during holidays, because we are dealing with underage youth who must be at school.
Of course.
So, that is the way how we are making money, and through contributions and through
And they buy
donations.
those uniforms also.
Yeah, those donations. And on top of that, the community engagements.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are about to dive into the Mulamwa of the day.
Yes.
How one can grow from talent to building something like yours. Simple advice you're going to give. But before we go that side, I don't know if there could be a few challenges or stuff that you lack at the academy, and maybe this guy watching here could be able to come in. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, like I told you, football is expensive. Challenges, they can weigh 50-50 to the positives. The first of it all is financial constraint. Like I have told you, yes, we are making money, but the money we are making also is going. And like I told you before, we produce maybe a player to outside the country, we will not have enough money. So, getting this money, it is not so easy. Then another challenge minus the financial constraint, it is about the community. People don't understand that football now, the talent now earns too much money. It is your responsibility, and it takes too much time and long to explain to the fraternity and the community that football of these days of the modern world is money. I can assure you, there is no social worker, there is no government worker who is paid than these professional players. But these professional players, they become professionals through different strategies, like the way we are doing. So the community to come out and support this, it is also a challenge. Then another thing, it's about these children. You giving me your child, you don't think that it is done. There are other challenges with these children. The children, maybe you have the child, he has his own heart and health problems. Maybe the child collapses and all these things.
There are also those cases.
Then another thing, it is the transport challenge. Of recent, you would have seen our campaign. We had started to run for a Costa Bus campaign. We wanted to buy our own Costa Bus because things concerning about talent, these kids must travel and play because we are talking about exposure. When they are not exposed, you are not developing. They need to travel to go to Kampala. They need to travel to go to Rwanda. For example, in December, we are going to Tanzania, Arusha, for a tournament.
This year
In December. When you don't go there, that talent you are nurturing will not know that in Tanzania, there was a very talent that was doing this, so I need to do this. On top of that, if these kids don't move, they are not going to learn some of the things they don't know.
Because they need to learn from them.
They need to learn, such that by the nature of the talent, when they go for professional football, they are used. So we have found we have a problem of the transport, and we have been in the campaign of running 200 million for the Costa Bus. We started it in 30th April, and when it reached in June, the COVID started. Then we stopped. But we are coming back with the plan. So, and many challenges, but I told you, when you have the family, you cannot fail to provide it because you don't have money. It is your passion, it is your work, it is your responsibility.
And the good thing is you're sharing a challenge, but also you're sharing how you're able to go through it, a few ways of mitigation. I hope really the next 2 years would be something big if all these plans come to play. Now, like I started telling you, Jimmy Chilunda was the captain of the team that made Uganda Cranes reach the final of AFCON way back in 1987. 78. You died a poor man. Even today, I think over the news last night, we saw Search Toreko being given a border from Mama Fina. Depicting, and the other day, of course, he was crying, I am unable to do this, I sold my border, joined this. I mean, evident that there are so many such telecos out there. Passion for talent, I want to have my talent grow, even reach a stage of representing the nation, but they die poor. That is our biggest, talk of the day, but we are going to use only around, I think, 1 or 2 minutes. From your perspective, you played the football, you had the glory, and you are championing a social enterprise. How is it like? How is it done? I mean, why is it not for everyone? Is it easy to do anyway?
Yes, it is not all that easy to do like any other business, because you cannot do any other business. The business, you have not done it will never be easy. You have to start. But the reason why we are having the very many people, soccer pundits and footballers dying poor, or maybe retiring when they don't have something, it is because of the lack of academies and nurturing. Because if we have such kind of initiatives in the country, let's say if it is weightlifter, athletics, but we have where kids first grow up. Because, for example, at Lions, next week we are going for football education. We call it football clinic. In that football education, we are teaching these kids that there is life after soccer. What do? They must be like any other human being.
Balance life and your talent.
So the advice, the development, the upbringing of these people who are very poor because of soccer, it is because of poor development plan from the ground. Now, with such kind of academies and organized strategies like we have now of the modern world, if the government can come out and other companies that support and really note that people have just started this for business, and we are really on it, I'm telling you, in the next 3 years, we are going to be like European countries, whereby Sankara, you were Ronaldo, you played soccer, but now you are enjoying your sweats now. But once we start because Sankara now you feel like you play soccer, then you come and join and play. After 2 years, you get out, then you will not get anything. The only thing to do now is to get these talents at still a low level, at underage. We nurture them, we explain to them, we educate them, and we get involved into other things. I told you, Lions is not only concentrating on only football, because when we are not playing soccer, the kids are in education. When they are not in education, they are doing other community responsibilities. What does it mean? The child or the player knows that football is not only what he's doing. To be a professional, you must be having other responsibilities. And in having other responsibilities, he's going to be like your child at home. He knows after playing, I go for books. After books, I go for digging. No, it comes when he's a developed person.
I think it is well understood. Balance
Exactly.
life beyond talent. You're a human being.
And
You
this is
just
taught.
have to
It
hustle
has to be
and
taught.
ground like any other human being.
Yes.
Wow, we've seen Econ City dreams come to this, from music to that dream. We've seen George Weah rising to the presidency
Exactly,
of
yeah.
the nation. Bobby Wine here tried it, but how do they do it? It is to later think that anyway, I'm into this, I'm going to play my football. By the end of the day, I'm Sankara, a human being that has to live some life. Now, that is a beautiful story and some good lesson over there. I do not know if you have some other kind words you have to say, especially for those that are actively playing football. Maybe they didn't get a chance of, going through the academies, or, they look at talent as that, yes, I've arrived, and maybe a few parents, because we realize from your say, there's a lot that a parent has to play in one's talent and balancing life.
And they have brought it very well. And now, my advice to those who are active players,
Yes.
it is that, yes, you have the talent. But the first thing you must know is think of tomorrow. Right now, you are playing a game right now, but suppose you break your leg. Those are the questions you must be asking yourselves. And why am I saying this? You must start saving. Now, these things of showing up, these things of having good life, these things of, you must, because I'm sure some of the teams are paying them. It may not be much like the way we see on screens and the professionals, but what they are giving them, they can manage to save it for a living. Let the players have a thing of saving. Two, these players, they must also, through they are playing, they must also make connections and friendships. You find a player playing for Mbalala City, but he doesn't even have the name of the president, who is the Minepaka, who is the honorable MP. And this honorable MP has other projects of which the player would work when they are off season. So, as the players who are active, you must make sure you start planning ahead of today. And in planning ahead of today, you will do everything. After, let's say you have gotten an injury, let's say your contract has been terminated, let's say you've stopped playing, but at least you have other plans to play. Then another thing is, I would encourage the parents that football, of the past ideology, the past thinking we have about football has totally changed.
The traditional way of...
The traditional way that a footballer must be putting on jeans when they, no?
Well, I must be a celeb with some...
That a
nice
footballer
phone,
must be a celeb with the hair.
I have a colleague here who says I belong to Badass family.
How long is that going to last?
Badass.
Badass.
Wow.
So the parents must know, like the way they take their kids to school.
Yes.
Of different schools and considering factors. Now, these soccer projects that have come out, don't let your child don't join because you think football is of the traditional way. No. Bring your child, move into the action, such that when they are training, you are seeing what they are doing. Then, on top of that, you must support your child. You must see what he's doing home and when he's playing soccer. Such that you keep on advising. Because these kids, when they join academies, they are getting other opportunities. Kids joining together for training and the camp, they are learning something than that very child who is at home.
Yeah, because there are things we get from school. I mean,
Exactly.
colleagues, friends.
Now,
yes.
we are going to take children in December in Tanzania. Believe me, what your child is going to see in Tanzania is not my child is going to have seen because he has not gone there. He's going to see new things. And by these kids seeing new things, because they are young,
Yes.
they keep on adapting.
It's a memory that keeps
It
you
is a
going.
memory. That's why when we are handling these children of below 10 years, we must be exemplary. And be very, very keen. Because what you tell a young kid now, it is what is going to take. So, taking kids into football is no longer a traditional way that they are going to get maybe, they have that feeling that they are going to be wasted.
Ah.
No, it is not all about only talent. but other future prospects. Because at that age, they are still young. You as the parent, you may need your child to be an engineer, but in actual sense, the talent of the child is any other thing. And in putting all this into these campaigns, you are looking into the real talent that can save your family tomorrow. So our role as the academy, as the football soccer academies, is to encourage these young children to follow their dream. Then the parents support their dream. Once the parents support their dreams, then you are going to have a successful family to succeed you.
Okay, it's a beautiful movie. I'm telling you, if we were to act this, it starts with a gentleman or young boy way back in the villages. I think the way we used to be in our shorts and able to play what we used to call akarere then. True. I must be sure you did that. And school spotted him. He got some scholarships, and that's how he started throughout all his life. And now he is nurturing. He's carried the same dream to help more children grow. That is Alonso is the gentleman we've been having around. We are about to say bye-bye to the viewer. I do not know the contacts and any call I have seen in your video. You want people to join you as fans. Let's have your courtesy call to the public as we wrap up this.
The only courtesy call I call is on the business side. Those people with businesses, and they want really people to know football is the first thing that can promote a business, because football connects and brings people together regardless of the race, culture, and
the mobilization tool.
So, yes. When you bring your business that the football, the market it goes very easily. Two, we have fans registration membership every year. You come register. In registering, you are supporting the initiative to grow. In supporting the initiative to grow, we are also supporting you, because when we are putting on your business, we are really promoting your business you are doing. Then another thing, it is that
what do I gain if I join as a fan?
We have different ratings. We have VVIP Gold. VVIP, that is a premium, 100,000 for a year. When you pay 100,000, we are going to give you a free jersey of Lions you'll be putting on. Two, we are going to give you some percentage of your adverts if you have a business onto our social media platforms, flyers, and the posters and the banners. When you register as a VVIP, you are supposed to come out for an annual dinner with the executive, and in being with the executive now, you are expanding, generating yourself and any other things. And networks also. And network sales. Then on top of that, you are also, if you have a business or you are a company or you are a human being, you are giving back to the community. Because these kids at the end of the day we have, they are for the community and they are for you. The kids we are nurturing, the children we are nurturing and we are promoting, they are the very children you are going to use tomorrow to help your son, to help your family and APC.
Then after hearing some kids are going to Tanzania, I'm a parent, I want my kid to join, what is it like?
This year, after the president came and eased the lockdown on sports, we have released our training programs. Those who follow us on the Lion Sports Academy Facebook page and the website and everything, we have put the details. Next week, it is registration and medical assessment. By registering, Zanka, you bring your child, you register, we take him for medication. In medication, we are checking his health status. We don't want the kid
is able to do it.
There are some of the children who have some health problems.
Yes.
We don't chase them, but we give them regular training sessions depending on their health. So after next week having that medical assessment and registration, then the following week we are calling them into camp. Those of coming from very far and near, we start teaching them football education. What does football education involve? As a child, what do you want to become? What is the football academy? What have you come to do? And we tell them it is not only about football. That is what we teach them. And we teach them other responsibilities after football. That is what I was telling you. That education, that these people who are dying poor after playing soccer, it is what they lacked.
So for people who are outside in Ntungamo, I don't know, what
yes, we have, we call it a soccer camp. Like I told you, we train during holidays. We have kids from Masaka, Kampala, Uganda. We have where they sleep. We have people who are looking after them. That's why in the registration forms, there are all these things, how you are going to pay them. Then another issue is that those who want to register, they can call me 0702 828698, or they can use MTN 0789 607578, or you can follow us on social media. That Airtel of 0702 828698 is on WhatsApp. You can text us. You can follow us on Facebook, the Lion Sports Academy Ntungamo. You like it, you'll be getting all the updates. You can go on our YouTube channel, the Lion Sports Academy. You will see everything we are doing. You can also visit our website, www.thelionsportsacademy.com. You see what we are doing. Then for those companies that want to businesses, you can come to our office. You can even call. We come for you. We agree on more terms and we promote, because our role, our responsibility is to promote the community.
I understand.
Yes. So I would urge everyone to come and support the Lion Sports Academy. You may not basically be of that football or support football, but know you supporting us, you have done something to the great nation.
Wow.
Yes.
From a football lover to now CEO, founder of a social enterprise that hails from Ntungamo, has been Alonso. Is the gentleman we had on this show, the Startup Talk. He had to tell us whether it is possible to love football and again start earning from it, because we just filed with cases that a few more, actually many, especially footballers, end up in where they lose the glory they had in the past, and you cannot imagine their lives after that. Now this has been the Startup Talk. Sankara Berhanga is your man on this, also produced by Kabuga Henry, and to remind you that we are supported by www.guzaug.com, a one-stop center for products that are locally made here. I do not know if you said you have jerseys also that you make around, and we'll be getting them from there. We have also Let's Farm Shop app. You are able to go to visit the Play Store and download this app, and you will be using it to order for fresh products. I'm talking about farm products, agro produce, and we deliver to you. We also have our startup fund for people like you, in case you have, you can save.
Yes.
If tomorrow there is a call and you must take these children for a tournament or something like that, participating, and there's an award to win or something, then you need to have been saving with a Youth Startups Fund. There we are able to give you that money. You go finance the business activity and come and pay slowly. Yes, that is the Youth Startups Fund, meant for only those that are doing startups, and all those have been supporting us. We may not go beyond this. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you next Tuesday.
Welcome to the Lion Sports Academy, a youth-focused soccer project operating in Ntungamo district, southwestern Uganda, aiming at changing the lives of youths through nurturing and developing their soccer talent.
My dream is to professional football outside Uganda, and my role model is Sadio Mane.
With international coaching standards from our technical staff through training sessions at Ankole Stadium in Ntungamo, the initiative helps youths to acquire education through soccer-triggered scholarships and also champions physical exercises for healthy bodies through our corporate team after work and weekend workouts. Join our fun family today to become